Video production is no longer just solely for companies with deep pockets and an established brand. Every company should be exploring the opportunities that are currently available with video. Hi, my name's Mark Knight. If you don't know me, I am a filmmaker and basically this is awful. And today what I'm going to be talking about is video content strategies. And I'm going to do that by explaining what my own personal video content strategy is and then opening it up to why you should, as an individual or as a business looking to communicate with a group of people, why you should consider getting a video content strategy of your own. So I'm sat here now talking to you about video content strategies. It's a whole idea and concept behind how you can create video for businesses in order to help them effectively achieve their business goals. And the best way of doing that is to do it with a video content strategy. So that's what you're watching now. This is the second part of my personal video content strategy. Hi, my name's Mark Knight and I'm a filmmaker, and today I'm going to talk to you about show reels. Why? Why am I talking about show reels? So the first film that I made about show reels did 5 key things, I believe. It was primarily about showing that I'm different from all the other video creators, content creators out there. I'm also ticking a box with that film because I include shots from my previous showreel. So I show you that I can create showreel and that I've got the content to create a showreel. It's just that I'm choosing not to do it that way. I'm going to do it in a much more valuable way to you.
Check out the big brain on bread.
Third thing that it does is that hopefully it's a little bit contentious. Hopefully it's going to be a talking point for people. I'm going to ignite some sparks in people that are going to be like, oh, that is an interesting way of doing it. Or, yeah, maybe I could consider how I could do things differently. Or, how could I use video in my business? So hopefully it's a conversation starter as well. The fourth thing is that... So the fourth thing that my first film did is it also introduced me as an individual. You get to see a bit of my character in the first film. You sort of know a little bit of what you're going to get. Screen persona, you know me better than you did before. And if it had just been pictures of my showreel, you wouldn't know anything about me. So I think that is helpful in forming relationships with, where am I going with that? Whereas with my first film, you get to see a little bit of who I am as an individual. And that might not be to everyone's liking, and that's fine. But it might be to other people. They might be like, oh, I like him. I like the way that he talks about stuff. Cool, let's have a conversation, see what we can't do for each other. And the last thing that the film did is that it hinted at more content to come. It hinted that I have more knowledge and expertise that I'm willing to share. So if you stick with me on my journey, my video content strategy journey, you're going to learn more and more stuff because I've got 20 years of experience and I've got plenty of tips for a wide variety of people. It might be that you're a filmmaker. I will have a nugget of knowledge somewhere along the line that might be very valuable for you. The first film that I made had a lot going on in it. It was me laying the groundwork in order to create this film now, where I introduced the concept of video content strategies.
Whoop-de-doo! What does it all mean, Basil?
So at this point, some of you might be going, well, you're a filmmaker. Of course you're going to make video in order to achieve your business goals. It's what you do. And I would say in response to that there are no barriers really to creating video content now. At a bare minimum, you have got a 4K camera with the ability to get in front of anyone in the world in your pocket on your phone. If that possibility doesn't excite you, or you're not flabbergasted by that opportunity that you have available to you, then there's a big chance that you might become irrelevant in the future. Video production is no longer just solely for companies with deep pockets and an established brand. Every company should be exploring the opportunities that are currently available with video. You can do it on your phone, bare minimum. And there's no reason why you shouldn't start experiment doing that, because starting is always the beginning of every journey. Go out and explore it. Do a test. Do some research. Figure out what you would need in order to get the best quality pictures out of your iPhone or your smartphone. You would then be able to create content and speak to your businesses or speak to your customers or speak to your employees. If you haven't even experimented, you're literally shutting the door on something that isn't going to go away. And the benefit of social media's explosion is that the technology advancements have just meant that skills that were previously dark arts, like video production, where it requires a huge team of people with massive amounts of experience and knowledge in order to get it done, that's not necessarily true. I'm not saying people that make video who have zero experience are as good as people who've done the craft and created it over years and they're experts. They're not comparable, but each one is valuable in its own way. And if you haven't experienced or tested doing this, you are literally saying, well, you're putting blinkers on to the future, because if your competitors start doing it and they start seeing returns, do you want to be behind them on that journey? Or you could be the reverse of that. You could be doing it now. You could be investing in communication strategies, video content strategies that allow you to get your message out there. You'd be much better at the beginning getting some education yourself on the matter, and then building up to the point where you go, I know if I'm hiring someone to do something, what they should be capable of, or what I should be getting in return for my investment. Totally off script, but might be good. In future films, I'm actually going to be making content that explores what the barriers were, where the barriers have gone so that they don't exist anymore, and what the new barriers to video production are, and sharing the knowledge and insight that I have to help you make better, more engaging, more effective communications. And I'm also pretty much going to guarantee you that I can explain to you how you can get more value for your investment. So I'll be able to show you how to get more content for less money. If you're not interested in that, well, so yeah, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please hit the like button. It'd be great if you could subscribe, leave a comment, or share it with someone that you think might find value from this type of content. Okay, let's get back to what the main core of this video is about, which is talking about strategy and video. So strategy is ultimately, look at anyone who is ever successful. Anyone who's ever seen any level of success will have had a strategy. If you are looking to achieve something as an athlete, as a business person, as an artist, whatever, you need to have a plan for how you're going to get to that end goal. So what you need to do is you need to establish what the goal is, and then you need to work backwards and form a plan about how you're going to get there. The thing is, strategies aren't off-the-shelf things that you can buy. They sort of have to be created based on the resources and the people and the expertise that you have. And that's the main problem with strategies, is that you need to put work into them. And more often than not, you need to do some research and you need to learn what you don't know in order to get from one place to the other. So there needs to be a willingness to learn and develop with a strategy. So when it comes to business, a strategy is normally about communicating with a group of people. If it is a strategy to increase profits, that means that you're going to need more customers. So your strategy will be, I need to speak to more customers and get them to engage with us and buy more products. If it is a culture thing, a HR issue or a health and safety issue, and you're trying to talk to a lot of people to create a culture that is safer, more effective, more customer focused, then it's all communicating, isn't it? It's communicating with your suppliers, it's communicating with customers, it's communicating with staff. Most of business comes down to communication, and that then leads into the second strand of my philosophy, which is that video is the #1 form of communication.
It's the future. I've tasted it.
So this idea of video being the #1 form of communication isn't something new that I'm putting out there. If you put it in a Google search, I'm sure you'll come up with lots of people who are saying the same thing in lots of different ways using lots of different statistics. For my purposes here, I'm going to give you 2 stats that I believe sum up why you should be considering video for your business.
Oh, people can come up with statistics to prove anything. 40% of all people know that.
The first stat is that 1 minute of video equates to 1.8 million words.
No way! Yes way!
And the second piece is that by 2020, 80% of all content that is consumed online will be video.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
What those two stats say to me is that video is by far the most effective and globally preferred form of communication that there is. The more you research it, the more you'll see that video is only growing and expanding. And with the boundaries being removed from its use, you need to be considering it for your business. I'm not saying jump 2 feet in and hire someone now and spend a load of money on video production, but you need to at least explore the possibilities. You need to start thinking about how you might start to introduce it into your business. You need to think about how you've been spending money so far on video and if there is another better way. Those that do, I can guarantee will see excellent results for whatever their objective is, whatever their goal is. Video can help you achieve it. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, I'd really appreciate you subscribing to my YouTube channel, hitting the bell notification so you get alerts when all new content is released, leaving a comment, leaving a like, sharing it with someone else that you think might benefit from this type of content. And until the next time, thank you very much for watching. All the best. Video content strategy, it's just such a... Yeah, it sounds dull, doesn't it? It sounds, video content strategy. I haven't come up with a better name yet. Maybe I should put some thought into calling it something a bit more catchy. What do you reckon? Any ideas? Write them down on a postcard.
Vamos a bailar. Do you want a video content strategy?